afternoon, America. This is John Zia Oram Show. America, let's talk. We're here Sunday afternoon. God bless you. Thank you for watching us. This is only our second show, but we're doing great so far, I'm told, on the first show. And I have a very special guest with me. We might as well get going because we're only with you for a half hour, and I really, really love it in trying to get you the most news and community news and information as possible on our show. And I got really on the way to the studio, you got stopped by a very influential person, and Dr. Mayor Honorable Deirdre Waterman of Pontiac, Michigan. Everybody knows Pontiac, Michigan. Welcome to John Zia Oram Show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here, and congratulations on the start of what I know is going to be a fantastic new show of news and hope.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Yes.
So tell us this, I saw you a few times this year, and this morning, first time in a long time, and influential people see you and they stop and they talk about Pontiac. Pontiac, you remember? Pontiac. And it's a great thing to talk about because you and I spent a few minutes talking about it before we got here. What a story. But tell us a little bit about you first.
About
Your
me?
story is amazing, yes.
I am an ophthalmologist by training. I did eye surgery for many years, but I ran for Pontiac's mayor when Pontiac had just come out from under the financial crisis of an emergency manager. Our city leaders needed new leadership, and they asked me if I would bring some of the same techniques and the same strategies and the same hope for our city that I had brought to the library and to my business as an ophthalmologist. And I said, yes, I will run, because I wanted to step up and to bring our city back to the prosperity and the hope that it's now experiencing. So I'm excited to talk about Pontiac, and I'm excited that in 6 years, we have really brought new hope and a new vitality to the city. And you seem to know a lot about that. I'm amazed by all the people who are watching and wishing Pontiac well as they see us become the comeback city.
You know, that's the greatest thing about life. You know, you shouldn't give up hope.
Yes.
You should always wait for it. There's some great things happening in Pontiac. Great things happen with your mom. I saw you at
Yes.
2 events, and you didn't have this and this and this and that. You had your mom.
My mother.
What
Yes.
a story that ties to Pontiac, ties to the hope of the people, that you got to keep going, and your mom can still go at it.
Oh, she can.
She still can go.
Thank you for my mom, and thank you for the parents, and thank you for all
Thank
those
you,
who
Mom.
supported my development. Hi, Mom. Okay. She is proud of her age here, and we're proud to have her. She's the matriarch of a family, and I owe a lot of the things and the inspiration I had growing up to my mom and to my parents, and who not only that, but raised great children and great grandchildren. She's very proud of us all.
So, you know, General Motors was a major player in Pontiac, Michigan.
Absolutely.
And they left. Somehow, through a whole lot of other issues and other things, and oil and businesses and whatever's going on. Then Pontiac was just a pass-through in Oakland County, Michigan. And a lot of mayors came and went. A lot of politicians came. Then you had a receivership. And the receivership of, you know, either you bottom out or you bottom up.
Sure.
And things happen. Then the mayor, you came along, and now you have brand names there of companies coming into the Pontiac, is giving people hope. Now, they've been there a long time through the struggle, but you're not just stopping there. It seems like you want more businesses, you want more people to move there.
Absolutely.
The census coming. What companies, are these companies coming, and why are they coming to Pontiac?
Why are they coming? Because Pontiac now has revitalized itself, has reinvented itself. There's a new narrative about Pontiac that we've changed. We want people to know that Pontiac is a vital, prosperous, culturally diverse city that is livable, that is walkable, that has all those inner edge things that we like for urban core suburban cities to have. We have a vibrant downtown, in which we're going to be opening up a lot of things. The medical marijuana is coming to town, as you well know, and we want to bring that in with integrity and a lot of economic development for the city. But we've got a lot of businesses now that are recognized as Pontiac is a good place to do business. And you mentioned some of them. And you know well, General Motors was part of our automotive history. We're proud of that. It hasn't left us completely, but we know they've downsized. We still have the global propulsion system. All the headquarters is right there in Pontiac still, as well as the medical stamping plant with the UAW. Let's cheer out for them. That's where Middle America gets their start from the Midwest. And so we want that to continue, but we had to diversify because we realized that some of the city leaders had depended just on General Motors. And we realized that we had to have a diversified economy and we had to be appealing to a lot of other sectors of the economy. So right now, we're happy that we're now an emerging tech hub. We now have 22 high-tech businesses that have come to town. In Pontiac.
No more
right in
Pontiac Silverdome. Gone.
Well, the Silverdome is gone, but something better is coming. The Silverdome had its era. The Silverdome was imploded, as the world probably remembers. We had to do it twice. Didn't go down the first time. Grand old city, just like Pontiac.
Just like.
But we did have Amazon, who decided to pick the same site.
What's the company name
They're taking
called?
the whole site.
Oh, Amazon.
Amazon.
Oh,
Amazon. Everybody knows Amazon. You know.
Producer Paige shaking
how many
her
get
head.
packages from Amazon?
Amazon.
Amazon. Right.
Picked Pontiac.
They chose Pontiac to come, and they are going to use the whole Silverdome site, and they're going to, for the first time anywhere in America, they've decided to put both a distribution station and a fulfillment center on the same site.
Oh my.
That site promoted that. So they are busy building right now. They are going to be going 24/7. And it's really got my building and safety department very busy, all of us very busy, making sure that they have the tools they need to develop. So they're going to have the first building ready in 2 months. Can you believe that? They only started a few months.
Seriously?
2 months. They will have the first building up and ready to deliver. And then the fulfillment center, which is huge. It's like the size of 66 football fields.
So when I order something
Right
on
there in
Amazon, you could come right from
It
Pontiac.
can come right
now.
from Pontiac
It's
now.
like I have my Trans Am in Pontiac days.
Yeah, so we're excited to have them, as well as a number of other businesses that have come to town. People talk about United Shore. It's now the #1 largest wholesale mortgage broker in the country.
And
Started out
probably
with
in the world,
2,500
right?
employees.
Yeah.
They're hiring 148 people a week because they're growing, expanding their campus.
So we're going to come back to this, talk to you about that. It's really incredible because the city of Pontiac, it's like 60-some thousand people. It's not 600,000. It's not 2 million.
No.
But it's in the middle of a hub that is really untouched, as we have talked about it before, and it's really an amazing what's going on and how brand names are coming.
Yes.
And if I was you, watching us, I would be going up there today and start buying some lands or get apartment building and get office building, because it's been sitting there a long time and is waiting for you. And you know, these big boys, they just don't come easy. They do a lot of research. They do a lot of checking. They look at the housing, they look at the crime, they do everything else. And when you look at it, it works. So we'll be right back. Thank you so much.
1-800-LAWYERS is the number to call if you've been injured in a slip and fall. That's 1-800-LAWYERS. If you've been in a slip and fall and were injured, call 1-800-LAWYERS now. That's 1-800-LAWYERS. Call 1-800-LAWYERS now.
Checkers has a new mix and match 2 for $3 deal. You can get 2 hot and spicy chicken sandwiches, 2 delicious crispy fish sandwiches, or switch it up with one of each for just $3. We're talking $3 for flaky, wild-caught Alaskan pollock and tender, crave-worthy chicken with a kick. No matter what you're hungry for, we've got you covered. No need to thank us. Mix and match 2 Checkers spicy chicken or crispy fish sandwiches for just $3. Get Checkers delivered.
$40 down. Take me home.
I'm Uncle Evil. I have destroyed my credit.
I have a big idea.
I doubt that. How about no credit needed?
Robinson Powers already has that.
Even if you had a bankruptcy,
Robinson Powers forgives all.
Divorce?
Robinson Powers can't get you approved. Nobody can.
throw me a frickin' bone here, people. Hurry, it all ends Monday night.
Are you paying too much for your health insurance? If you have Obamacare, are uninsured, or struggling to afford your current health insurance, this could impact you. Call the number on your screen right now to find out how. It's free. New affordable health insurance as well as dental coverage is now available with low copays and deductibles and guaranteed coverage. Top quality health coverage at the lowest prices anywhere. Call 1-800-511-6078. That's 1-800-511-6078.
What is this? A text message from the Wayne County Treasurer's Office about my payment plan?
That's right. Our Project Text Message program allows you to enroll in our free text messaging service. All you have to do is provide your cell phone number. I'm here today with one of our customer service representatives, Karim Howe. She will explain how it works.
Our customer service team will send friendly reminders and text alert updates about your current payment plan. Everyone gets busy. We want to help you stay on track with your tax payments to avoid foreclosure. Call 313-224-5990 to enroll in our voluntary program. You will receive reminders on tax payment due dates and other important valuable information.
Join Project Text Message today by calling 313-224-5990 or email our office at textinfo@waynecounty.com. Stay in touch. Stay connected.
People are celebrating at work, at home, and outside during Parkway's biggest Jeep celebration event. Parkway has over 2,000 certified pre-owned and new 2020 Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles available. See George to save thousands on a new Jeep Limited, Compass, Renegade, or Wrangler.
Here is why everyone's looking for me, George. Good credit, bad credit, I'll get you approved. Give you $2,000 towards your down payment and help you with your car insurance.
Open Saturdays. Just show up, sign up, and ride.
Welcome back to John Zia Oram, America Let's Talk. It's a Sunday afternoon. God bless you. You're either going to church or coming back from the church, and we're here for you. So we got our great guest. I'm so happy to have you. And we're going to do this whole show, actually, with you, Mayor. We got Mayor Waterman here from City of Pontiac, Michigan, and Dr.
Yes.
Waterman, right? And we were just talking before the commercials about these major brands coming to the city of Pontiac.
Absolutely.
But you also have regular brands coming over there.
Yes.
You got people buying property. I saw your building department so busy coming and going, and so much activity is going on. What can people do, and where do they call to come in and talk to Pontiac? And Pontiac is only limited piece of land, but there's a lot of land there, right?
Well, Pontiac is 22 square acres, but it's right in the center of Oakland County, accessible to all the freeways, and that's why people are I quote-unquote rediscovering Pontiac. We knew we were there all along as a hidden jewel, but now we've kind of reinvented the narrative of what people think about Pontiac. And so people are coming and realizing it's a great place to do business, a great place to live. And we have a lot of people who are coming now and finding that out and wanting to have and bring their employees there. So right now in Pontiac, I have 38 new building projects. We're on a building boom that has been the greatest since the early days of General Motors. People are coming and buying houses, place to live. There's such a demand now that as people have discovered Pontiac, that the average price time that a house will be on the market that's up for sale is 3 days. They're snapped up that quickly. In Pontiac. So there are people who have been in town for a long time have known about Pontiac. And so now we have a lot of new businesses coming, corporations, as we mentioned some of them. Williams International, as we diversify our economy, they're bringing in a new sector of the economy, and they are an aerospace defense contractor that makes jet turbine engines. Diversifying, we have a lot of other places of attraction in the city that people are coming and discovering, such as M1 Concourse, where we have the performance tracks. Every year we have an event called Roadkill by Dodge. That is the drag racing on Woodward Avenue. A lot of fun during the summer.
I used to do it as a kid.
You came to one of the music festivals we had. Now, we started having music festivals
Star
2 years ago.
Theater.
And you came and you danced and you had a good time, and you discovered what Pontiac could be, what a fun place it was, as we have a vibrant
You
downtown.
got the Dream Cruise. Will you get a festival for Dream Cruise when it's in town?
Yes, we have the Dream Cruise, and every year we have a new theme for it. This year, Pontiac will be the terminus, as it is, the turnaround on that Woodward Loop that we hope to redesign if MDOT follows through on that promise to the city.
That little loop that me and Kevin were talking about, we get lost every time you go to just come over to your office. I have to go about a half a mile down, to make my turn because I'm afraid I'm going to get lost.
We don't want you to get lost.
On the other part of Pontiac. So you have a lot going for it.
A lot going
and we appreciate it. And there's a phone number they can call in Pontiac, or just go
Sure.
Pontiac.com?
Yes.
Or
well,
Pontiac?
our main number is 248-758-3000. And then we'll direct you to departments for people who are looking for business opportunities or for information about livable. We have a great website, too. A website we just redesigned, and it translates to any language from anywhere in the world you want to come. And we're happy for the cultural diversity that we have in our city.
You
It
have it in
makes us
Chaldean
strong.
too, Mayor?
It does.
Because, Aramaic, I speak Chaldean, so I only can read in Chaldean.
Well, it speaks any languages you want on our website.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy to be here. Congratulations to you on your show. Thank you for spreading the word about
Pontiac
Pontiac.
is open for everybody. If somebody wants to move in an apartment, wants to buy a house, buy a building, just come in. It's also, I believe, the way it's set in, like you said, it's 22 acres or 22 square miles?
22 square miles. I'm sorry. Did I say acres? No, I'm sorry.
You got me
22 square
scared
miles.
for a
You're perfectly
minute
right.
Because I thought that little downtown's probably 22 acres, right? That little circle?
Yes, well, we have a vibrant downtown.
Downtown.
And excited
so you have
about
22
that.
square miles.
22 square
That's
miles.
why those highways all come together there.
Right
huh?
in the center of Oakland County.
And there's a development coming up just before you on the other side of Telegraph, and it's in Orchard Lake City or something. But I tell you, when they find out how much it costs per square foot here and how much it costs right across the street per square foot, things are going to change. I want to switch the subject, Doctor, to this coronavirus.
Yes.
That seems like it's devastating for everyone. People are scared. They've been reading this weekend that the stores like Walmart and other people are sanitizers and other things are running out.
Yes.
But the difference between this kind of virus is it's here and is in the Middle East, is in Europe, is in China, it's not in your neighborhood only type of thing.
Yes.
What do you think of this? Do you have a city? You're a doctor? You practice? They're almost like your family, the whole city and the country. What do you think of this thing that's coming for me? Not somebody special as I got to bring in here and they think they know it all. I don't bring them like that. So,
well, I think it's real, and I think it's worrying people more because it has reached that pandemic status. It came out of nowhere in terms of that's one of the viruses that didn't have a vaccine developed for it yet. So I think that's what's scaring people, the fact that it spread so fast, and it does have a bit of mortality to it that is impressive. But I approach it from the standpoint of a medical practitioner, that background. There are things that you want to do to be aware of and how you can protect yourself, things to look out for, and certainly we're doing a lot of things in the city to increase awareness and to make sure that people do normal protective things in terms of not spreading the viruses, in terms of we have a lot of protective mechanisms in City Hall, wash your hands well, use alcohol on surfaces that people touch, things like that that can make people feel safer. But the important thing is that the country and the state and the city follow the CDC recommended methods. And I'm glad the whole World Health Organization has gotten involved to see how to avoid the spread and do the detection and to do the research for developing a vaccine eventually.
I want to get back to it in a minute. We'll be right back. Thank you.
All right.
1-800-LAWYERS is the number to call if denied Social Security disability benefits. That's 1-800-LAWYERS. Call 1-800-LAWYERS to file for your SSD benefits. That's 1-800-LAWYERS. Call 1-800-LAWYERS now.
At Checkers, we always believe in going for seconds. And now you can get 2 spicy chicken sandwiches, 2 crispy fish sandwiches, or 1 of each for just $3. No need to thank us. Mix and match 2 Checkers spicy chicken or crispy fish sandwiches for $3. Get Checkers delivered.
Want to work on the front lines of healthcare? Caring for patients, working with doctors, living your dream? Wondering if you can really do this? Guess what? You can, with hands-on training from Dorsey Schools. In less time than you think, Dorsey Schools can prepare you for a rewarding career in healthcare. Healthcare needs people like you. So what are you waiting for? Get started at Dorsey Schools now. Visit us at dorsey.edu. That's dorsey.edu.
Can you feel it, Detroit? An election is coming, and it's time to let your voices be heard. Voting in Detroit has never been easier. You can now register and vote on the same day. You no longer need a reason to vote absentee, and we've increased the number of vote centers. See your Election Connection newsletter for your polling location and vote, because your vote matters. Nominate a candidate for president during the presidential primary. Vote Tuesday, March 10th.
On March 13th at 1 p.m., WADL TV Mount Clemens, Michigan will change its over-the-air transmission frequency. If you watch WADL TV through a cable or satellite TV provider, nothing will change. If you use an over-the-air antenna to watch WADL TV, you will need to rescan. For more information about how to rescan, please consult your TV's owner's manual or visit www.fcc.gov/rescan.
The Historic's First Jurisdiction of Michigan 91st Annual Ministers and Workers Conference. Opening with a pre-musical Saturday, February 29th, 2020, 7 p.m. at New St. Paul Tabernacle, directed by Sister Sherry Watson Robertson. March 2nd and March 3rd, Bishop Designate Matthew L. Brown.
The Bible tells me that a man brought his lunatic son to Jesus' disciples.
On Thursday, March 5th, is Women's Day, beginning at 9 a.m. with Mother Burrell. Friday, March 6th, Good Shepherd's Day with Bishop Edwin
They
Walker.
gave up all of their worldly goods.
The Official Address with Bishop P.A. Brooks, Sunday, March 8th at 3 p.m.
Like 60 years, but it's gonna be over after a while.
All services will be held at the Cathedral Conference Center, 10325 East Jefferson Ave, March 2nd through the 8th at 7 p.m. nightly.
Welcome back to John Zia Oram, America Let's Talk. It's Sunday afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm hoping having a good morning, and I hope you'll have a good afternoon. We're here with Mayor Waterman from Pontiac, Michigan, and then good old USA, and we were talking the virus. You know, virus. Dr. Mayor Waterman, Deirdre. How did I say it right?
Deirdre.
Deirdre.
You were close.
That name. Deirdre. Yeah. Deirdre. Tell us a little bit more how the city prepares for something like that. How do you sleep at night and you get up in the morning and you wonder what could be next? Do you guys are coordinating the city, just like the government, just like, I mean, we'll hear about the White House and we'll hear about the state planning. And we really haven't heard much of the cities that you, on my show and other, as you know, involved in a couple of shows. You guys are preparing as a city like yours? It doesn't matter like if it's a development, if it's an emergency, and especially being a doctor, very well, highly respected doctor in the community.
Well, right now, it hasn't reached that proportion where it's an emergency proportion because it hasn't reached our communities. But that's not to say you aren't prepared and you aren't aware and you don't rev up your healthcare system. So we have been in coordination and with the Oakland County Health Department, as well as Governor Whitmer has had tutorials and is getting her health agencies are ready to handle it should this occur in a greater way. But it's mainly making sure that we know what the whole health care directives are in terms of what happens if you have a lot of cases, which hospitals are ready to receive those, whether you have to have certain facilities that are just for that particular virus if we get that in those numbers. So it's knowing what to do that gives you the feeling of safety. And that's the thing that healthcare coordinators as well as elected officials are talking about right now, making sure we have a concerted, coordinated effort so everybody knows what to do, where to go, who to call. And that is all going on now as we speak. So we are sure that that messaging gets out to my staff, to the city, and we will give other advisories out as we go further, particularly if it begins to pick up in terms of numbers, and we want to be more vigilant.
And what do you think people should do, like the residents and other people, to
The first thing is not to panic. The first thing is not to panic. I think that is something that, flu has been around for a long time. And I think just in the normal varieties of flu and strains, there are people who are hospitalized and who die. So this isn't like some unknown Black Death disease that's being descended upon us. This is something that is a virus that is known and that has methods of treating it. But we just need to be able to detect it for people who have it. And I think the thing that's worrying people is that a lot of people have that particular virus and don't know that they have it, that it's any different. So that's what we've got to do and rev up with the healthcare system so that they have more testing. At first they were running short on the testing, and so we've heard from the national, the CDC, and also from the presidential office that they're going to speed up the availability of the testing so that people can know that if they have the early signs of it or something similar, they can determine whether it's coronavirus or whether it's some other strain of virus and needs to be treated accordingly.
Thank you, Your Honor. Politics. I know you know a little bit about it, and I know a little bit about it. What do you think is going on and what's going to happen this November or August, and how are you guys preparing in Lake and Pontiac?
Well, I'm going to vote. I certainly am. And, this is a lot of drama going on as we go through, particularly the Democratic primaries, the big Super Tuesday yesterday. So I think every 4 years we go through this scenario of electing a national president. And that reminds you of how good it is to be an American, that we actually are going through that process, and each of us has a right to say. So what I'm doing is to make sure that we have the availability of voting for our people, and our city clerk in Pontiac just announced extended voting hours. We expect this to be a year in which there will be high interest to the election, and we want to encourage people not only to vote, but to be registered for vote. And we also have the census going on this year, and we want to remind people that it's important to fill out that census registration. That's how we get our federal funding. That's how we get our portion representatives. And for a city like Pontiac, we need to make sure that every person gets counted. So we have a huge count committee. It's important for us to have everybody participate in the census, and I've been sending that message out. We've got a great census committee that's helping to spread the word. We have all kinds of events planned to encourage people to do that, but we want more people to register to vote, to increase that compliance and to increase the people who take a part in this democratic process that makes this country great.
Great. We have 2 minutes. Medical marijuana is coming to Pontiac. It's just like General Motors coming to Pontiac. Seems like you guys are taking your time. You're looking at every inch, every details and things like that instead of jumping into it. What you guys are doing to get medical? It's not going to go away. It's the future.
It's here. It's here. And I compare it to this generation's, Jack Daniels of the previous generation. So it's here, and medical marijuana helps a lot of people. Our city council elected out of recreational marijuana for now, but the application process has been opened. We've had a lot of applications in. In Pontiac, unlike other cities, it's the city clerk, and the city clerk who's appointed by the council who does the scoring and the application review. So we stand by to help them with our various city planners and all, but we want to bring medical marijuana to town with the integrity, make sure this is a fair process that we can be proud of, but also make sure that we capture the economic development and certainly the community benefits that will be brought by so many of those who promised to do so in their applications.
They pointed at me, so thank you, Mayor Waterman, Doctor.
It was such a pleasure.
And so proud to have you here, and it's a pleasure to have you and your staff, and everybody's always ready and willing and able.
Yes.
Thank you so much. God bless you. John Zia Oram will be back hopefully next Sunday. Be very, very careful out there. Thank you so much.